man has been charged after fatally shooting 2 people and leaving another critically injured. The incident occurred at around 1:45 a.m. on the 13th of October at a home located at 7137 Dockham Drive in Memphis, Tennessee. The authorities said that 21-year-old Alante Maccabee allegedly shot and killed his girlfriend's 43-year-old mother, Alice Williams, and shot his girlfriend's 2 sisters, killing 10-year-old Mandia Shanbanker and critically injuring 19-year-old Kenai Williams. Alante allegedly flagged down officers after the shooting and said, "I did it." He told the police that he got into an argument with Kenai when she pulled a knife on him. He said he pulled a gun from his waistband and shot her several times in the back. Witnesses said the mother got between the two in an attempt to break up the altercation. Alante told investigators that he blacked out and did not intend to shoot Alice and the child. The authorities said Alice was found dead on the living room floor, and Mandia was found alive and was taken to the Lebanese Children's Hospital in a critical condition, but later died. Kenai was found lying on her back on the kitchen floor and was transported to the Regional 1 hospital, where she remains in a critical condition. Alante has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, possession of a firearm while committing a dangerous felony, and reckless endangerment. He's held on a $2 million bond. Kimberly Lira said her daughter used to play with the 10-year-old girl, but over time she and other neighbours noticed strange people coming to visit the girls living in the house. It looks scary sometimes, like who's this car just creeping up like that, and they will be waiting for them at the corner, she said. This is not the first time police have been called to the home. Neighbours said that police have been called for past instances involving one of the young women and her boyfriend. They would always get into trouble with their boyfriends, like the boyfriend would come over there, and I think a couple of weeks ago he had pulled out a pistol on them, she said. Santiago Lavarais, who lives next door to the family, said he heard arguing between the girls and the boyfriend. Several neighbours said they overheard the boyfriend talking about criminal activity. Really sketchy stuff like strong-arm robbery and other stuff like that, he said. 31-year-old Amanda Jane Hogue is behind bars and is charged with child abuse creating risk of injury. On the afternoon of the 13th of October, officers responded to a residence on Lippard Street in Charleston, West Virginia, where 3 children, a 4-month-old, a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, were all found unattended on a nearby road by a neighbour. On investigating the matter, deputies reported finding deplorable conditions during a search of the premises and said a bathroom was covered in mould and human faeces. Investigators also reported observing flies throughout the house, and no beds were found for the children to sleep on. Amanda was booked into the South Central Regional Jail at 6:45 p.m. that evening. The investigation into the matter continues. On the 12th of October 2022, 70-year-old Roy Browning pleaded guilty to murder in the stabbing death of his 65-year-old wife, Jo Ellen Browning, in 2019, after lying about their finances. At around 7 a.m. on the 5th of April 2019, Roy called the police and said Joanne was unresponsive in a bedroom of their home, located at 114 Green Mountain Drive in Iowa City, Iowa. She had reportedly been stabbed in the front and back of her torso, as well as on her hand. Jo Ellen's death was ruled a homicide, and Roy's DNA was reportedly discovered on fingernail clippings from the victim. The couple were scheduled to meet with a financial institution an hour after Joanne was fatally stabbed. Joanne reportedly emailed Roy on the 4th of April about bank account discrepancies, and she asked him to talk to someone from their bank. The bank officer they were going to meet was going to tell the couple that money was withdrawn from the joint account, and Roy had taken out high-interest loans without Joanne's knowledge. Roy acknowledged the email that Jo Ellen sent, and he then went to a paint supply store and bought some gloves and towels. Jo Ellen worked as an administrator for the University of Iowa Health System. She reportedly had a retirement and life insurance policy worth more than $2 million. After pleading guilty to second-degree murder, Roy faces up to 50 years behind bars. His sentencing is scheduled for the 2nd of December, and he remains held at the Johnston County Jail. The authorities released CCTV footage on Thursday that captured an 82-year-old disabled man being stabbed in an unprovoked attack while dining at a Taco Bell. The police are seeking the public's help in locating the suspect. The attack occurred at 6:55 p.m. on the 3rd of October, located at 12,011 Venice Boulevard in Las Vegas, California. Surveillance footage from inside the restaurant shows the assailant entering the establishment with a red skateboard and a weapon in hand. Within seconds, the suspect approaches the elderly man from behind as he's sitting at a table next to his wheelchair inside the Taco Bell. He lunges forward and drops his skateboard before stabbing the disabled man twice, once in the neck and once in the shoulder, and he's seen running out of the store. The elderly man was rushed to a nearby hospital with severe injuries. Police said he is in a stable condition and recovering. The suspect is seen wearing glasses, a black jacket, khaki pants and black sneakers. Police have described the attacker as a bald man in his 20s or 30s, standing between 5'1" and 5'6" tall, and weighing about 130 pounds. The suspect has several identifiable tattoos, including a large one on the back of his head and a small one on his left eye. Anyone with information about the attack is urged to contact Crime Stoppers